we just figured out a good way to preserve magnolia leaves to use around the holidays. We used a combination of oil paint colors and then we sealed them with a water-based furniture wax. Luckily, magnolias grow here in our mountains, so we've begun collecting the fallen leaves. There's usually a lot of them available around the base of the tree, and these are still a bit flexible. They're almost like slivers of wood with a slightly waxy surface. So these leaves sat outside for about a year. See how easily they break? But here's how to preserve them for much longer times indoors. We used a very inexpensive oil paint from Hobby Lobby, and the colors were plant green, raw sienna, medium yellow, and permanent red. But you don't have to be strict about these colors. You can shade your magnolia leaves to match your decor. So rather than a solid green, we tended to blend in some brown and yellow, so they had more of the uneven coloration of the natural leaves. Now all you have to do is brush on the color on one side, and it can be either side. If your leaf has a nice color already on one side, you can always color the other. Some leaves were painted with a blend of red and yellow too to look more coppery. We don't add any thinners to the paint at all, but we really like the way it spread when we rubbed it in with our fingers. And be sure to check on the back so you can rub in any specks that get on the other side too. This oil will penetrate and help keep these leaves more flexible over time. We let these dry for about 3 days in a box, and don't worry, they won't stick together if they're lightly stacked. And when they're dry, we coat both sides with Waverly's water-based wax. This will dry overnight and help keep the leaves flexible for a very, very long time, and also have a satin finish. So see how much more flexible they are than the untreated leaves? But because you've sealed both sides, they're less likely to become brittle and curl. So we love this wax. It's usually used with chalk painted furniture, and it's not very strong smelling, and it can also be thinned with water. And now these can be wired or hot glued onto projects. And check this out, you can also use the oil paint and the wax on dried autumn leaves. These will last a very long time, hot glued to real branches or just left free. And if they have a lot of color already, you can just wax them on both sides. And we actually found that we could color them and wax them at the same session. These will dry overnight and will last amazingly long time and look so good mixed with flowers. Don't miss our future episodes when we show you some decorating ideas with these leaves. Check out the sun logo to subscribe. See you later.